Daddy hasn't taught you. Well, what is it anyway?
Yo, everybody, what is going on? It is your girl LP. I had to give you guys some time to get a little warmed up in the chat here. Gave it a little intro music. Welcome again. I feel like I was just here recently. I don't know. It's kind of weird, right? No, but we had on yesterday was Street Prince. And what a great album it was. Today we have another super dope artist, MC, rapper, whatever you want to call him, by the name of BossWood. So I'm really, really excited to again present you guys with another super dope artist who is very well known here, at least on my platform, as well as on other platforms that we know in the music review community. And it is super important for you guys to make sure that you know who that is. And I do want to shout out Mr. Derek Otis, aka CYN, for the shirt. Sporting it, great quality, super dope apparel. I really, really love this quality of this shirt, but I do need to shout them out. I really do like to support you guys, not only as artists, but business people as well. We are going to do a kind of a test run today, make sure that our stuff is working. We got vocals working the way they're supposed to be working, so we don't have any issues going on like we did yesterday. Everything should be good though. So today we're going to be going over and talking about Premeditated 2, The Motive by BossWood. And I can't wait to get into that album. If you guys sound or hear like there's elephants upstairs, we have both of our kids at the house today. So you guys know how that is. But anyways, Kevin said, I just noticed that shirt. Holly McKillop repping the shift. Absolutely, 100%. I have to say, this color looked pretty good on me. I see Karen here. I see Fabian. I see BossWood in the comments as well. We're going to pull him on screen here in a minute. I see 5-Hit Dune over on Twitch as well. And I just want to say shout out to everybody that is tuned in the building. Please make sure that you guys tag it up. Make sure we get in here so we can sit down and have this dope conversation with Mr. BossWood. Let me go ahead and switch screens real quick. Get to my interview screen. Wink, wink. Here we are. So again, take a second real quick if you're not already following BossWood on Instagram. His Instagram is BossWood90. You can go ahead and get over there. Follow him. Follow the Eargasm. If there's any portion of the stream that you would like to take a clip of, please go ahead. Absolutely do that. And then please tag me and BossWood in that portion of the video. BossWood said, I got a house full of kids as well. Family bringing in Father's Day. That's wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Now, just so you know, and I'm sure you can see that, BossWood, I've got your IG under your screen where I'm going to be calling you at in uno momento. And so, and my boyfriend got a really cute little Father's Day card. So shout out to everybody on Father's Day tomorrow as well. So I am not even going to waste any time. If you were here with us yesterday, Street Princess album and interview was a little bit longer than the normal interviews. So today we will have time after BossWood's interview to do some music reviews. So if you still want to have your music reviewed, you certainly can. But this first portion is going to be dedicated to getting to know BossWood a little bit better and checking out some of the new music that's out on his new album, Premeditated 2, The Motive, which I love that. The album work is very nice. Let me see if I'm going to put that up real quick here. This is the album cover, and this is what you're looking for when you go on any of the streaming websites. The link for the album is in the description, just so you guys know, and it is available on all platforms. So what we're going to go ahead and do is I'm going to get him pulled up on Skype. Hopefully, like I said, we don't have any funky ass issues like we did yesterday. And so, BossWood, I'm going to go ahead and call you now. Make sure your camera's on and all that fun stuff so we can see your beautiful face. Let me get this pulled up here and we'll welcome him onto the screen. Say, BossWood, pick up the phone, dude. BossWood, pick up that phone, dude. so we can see your...
Can y'all see me?
Get this pulled up here. I can, but we have an echo, so we got to work that out.
Okay.
There we go. I think we're better now. Let's see. Yes. All right.
Oh.
We are here. BossWood, hello. How are you doing? I know you've been busy today. Hey, I love that excitement, man. I love it. How was your day today? I know you were busy. You want to, before we even talk about any of that, do you want to talk about what you were scouting for videos, right?
Right, yes. Me and Kevin, actually, we just made it back from the location where we're going to shoot Q&A. And it's a pretty dope location. We got it locked in today. They wanted us to pay for a year's membership. I definitely am only going one time.
I heard about that. He did give me a little bit of insight on that. And if you choose to, if you want to later on, if you want to talk a little bit about what we have to look forward and what that is, you certainly can, but you don't have to. I don't want to do any spoilers or have
Definitely.
anything drop too early. I see that there's a few more people in the chat. I know a lot of these people that are in my chat know who you are. I don't know if you know who all they are, but they certainly know who you are.
Definitely.
Every time that you are played on the show, people are just like, it's a 5. I always give them a 5. It's nothing less than a 5. So you are a certified 5 here on this show, and I just want you to know that. So premeditated 2. Obviously, there was a 1, right?
Right.
And so I'd like to give, I like to ask a little bit of background of the choice of album and why you decided to name it that and how it led into Premeditated 2. So can you give us a little bit of background on that?
Basically, premeditated started with just moving with calculation, because that's basically the definition of premeditated. Premeditate, to think ahead. And so, me, how I like to move personally, I like to always map it out, because you always got to be prepared for delays. You might get no's and stuff like that. So I like to have all my front doors, my back doors, and my side doors closed and open when needed. And so when it came to the music, I just wanted to strictly put a project out, because I had seemed to like gather like a nice little following on social media with
Absolutely.
me dropping Instagram videos and stuff. And so I was like, okay, they want me to put a project out. So Premeditated 1 did well. So I was like, okay, cool. So now we going into 2 with the motive, and it's just pretty much revealing like the whole purpose of why I'm here as a rapper or artist or whatever people want to perceive me as.
Okay. And so would you say that Premeditated 1 and leading into Premeditated 2, that those both fit that concept of, who you are as a rapper, and that you're calculated, basically, right?
Definitely. You can
Okay.
hear it, like you can hear the growth lyrically. And also within the way I perceive myself and move within the music business. Since Premeditated 1, I've acquired a lot of things. I've got my own publishing company now. I got my own LLC. I'm running my own business. And it's strictly music. So hopefully by the end of the year, I'm able to position myself to sign myself.
And that would be amazing to see. And even though I haven't been following you on your entire music journey, the small portion that I have, a large portion of it, I gotta say, shout out to Kevin Glover, because if it wasn't for him, I don't know if you would have stumbled across my platform at some point. It's very possible, just based on who we know and who we have in common. But if it wasn't for as hard as I've seen this man push you and your music, and same with even CYN, that I don't know how long it would have taken for me to actually come across you and your music. Now, tell me, I know that you and I have discussed this, but how long have you been doing music in general?
I've been doing music for 15 plus years. It got real serious in high school, which led up to me living my words. And I
Right.
got caught up behind the words.
Okay. And then as far as music goes, do you have somebody that you feel like directly influences you as far as how you came out into music? Or, who was your musical influence as you were coming up? Because I know that Big Crit is somebody that people kind of relate you to as far as sound and delivery a lot. But
Definitely.
is he somebody that you listen to, or, who is your musical influence?
I ain't gonna lie, it always changes. It changes like probably every week. So Big Crit, like that was a dope situation, because I was like always listen to him, and to go from being like a consumer of their music to them actually listening to me, like that was like a huge, like it was a shock for me. But you got Jay-Z, you got Nas, and you got Starlito and Don Tripp.
Okay. And you are originally from Jacksonville, Florida, correct?
Originally from Mississippi,
Okay.
born and raised, and then I moved to Jacksonville at 13, and I've been here ever since.
And okay. So then now I have to say, there's something about, and this is me personally, maybe I just noticed it. I don't know if it's a Southern thing, but like there's a little bit of twang to you when you're rapping, and that's something that I really love. I'm originally from VA, and so Southern music when I was living out there was very big for me.
Right.
Just especially the South movement. We talked about that a little bit yesterday, and there's just something about it. It hits differently for me, anyways, when you hear a Southern rapper. You know what I mean? There's just a different swag to it, and you definitely have something that sticks out. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
So we're gonna talk now. I know your first track. We're gonna talk about Smoke. Smoke is probably one of my favorite tracks from you, just because it's just the bounce of the song in general, and you're just so aggressive, especially on the lyrics of the chorus. Like, like I light your ass up. If you really need me to. If you want that smoke, I got it for you. And I really like that. But I want you to tell me a little bit about the video and what made you kind of decide on that.
The video, I wanted it to represent everything like that I was saying. Like I wanted to see, like as much as I could bring those words to life, I wanted to do that on camera. And I feel like that's what my ultimate goal is with shooting videos. But that particular song was a diss. A lot of people don't know that.
Okay. So spill some tea. A diss for who though? do we
Oh,
do
I
we need
was
to put them out right now? Because we can give them that smoke.
Now I ain't gonna throw him under the bus. You know what I'm saying?
Alright.
We ended up straightening everything out. But long story short, I was signed to somebody, and they tried to get over on me. And I look at life as if in this music world, if you allow somebody to play with you and you don't check them, and somebody comes along and does it again, and you check him, honest to God, I feel like you have no right to check the second person if you didn't check the first one. So first and foremost, I don't tolerate no BS when it comes to the business. I'm checking everybody at the door.
Now, speaking of your business, you have a saying that goes along with
Hmm.
you as a person, which is you're not a fan, you're a CEO, correct?
You're a CEO.
So before we get into this smoke video, because I'm gonna play this one first, can you just tell us where that kind of came from and what that means to you?
Definitely. When you look at fans and you tie fans with music, obviously fans can associate with other things, but with music specifically, a lot of people will turn to fans and say, "Hey, buy my album. It's brand new. I just dropped it. Hey, go watch my video. Hey, go subscribe to this channel." They always turn into those people to do something for them, but what are they doing for them in return? So when I tell people, "Hey, you're not a fan, you're a CEO." So any money that you choose to spend with me personally, you're buying into my company. You're sowing a seed. I give you a voice within my company. When I drop a project, I actually tap in with my people on social media and say, "Hey, which song should I shoot a video to next?" And depending on how the votes weigh out, that's what I'm gonna shoot for. Because you got to give the people what you want. We can always work ahead of ourselves as artists, and that
Absolutely.
can always it doesn't always work in our favor. So if you got the people telling you what they want and you giving them exactly what you want, you're gonna get the numbers that you want. You're gonna get the people to attend the shows and be a part of your team and just lift you up and celebrate you how you need to be celebrated.
Absolutely. And I think that's important too. I think a lot of people don't actually think about it from that aspect. So I think that's a nice little slogan. I hope you go and get that copy written or do what you need to do to make sure that nobody else can use that, because that's a really good stamp to have for your brand.
It's definitely in the works.
Absolutely, that's good to hear, and I'm glad that you're taking the steps too to learn the business side of the of music, because a lot of artists don't always necessarily know enough, and that's where they
Definitely.
tend to kind of run into some trouble, or they get in situations that are frustrating because they just don't know.
Hmm.
And so it's good that you're doing that, because I feel like you're also going to be able to reach a lot more people that way, and not only just with your music, but with your knowledge as well.
Definitely. I
So
always feel like the rap part is it's easy. It's a walk in the park when picking beats and writing your songs. But how educated are you behind the scenes? Like who's actually pushing your paperwork or submitting your paperwork when you can do it yourself? You know what I'm saying? Read the books,
absolutely.
get the research.
And I think some of it is it's almost, some of it's overwhelming. Over even just over the last 2 years, I've learned so much from just people that have been doing it for a lot longer than me. Diggy Diamond is one of those that really knows how to deal a lot with like placements and registering bodies of work and stuff like that, that a lot of people don't really know about. People, artists in general too, just need to understand that you can push your music, but you can also make money from placements. It's not all about finding fans. It's all about knowing the spots that you need to be in music and where you can make money in those spots as well. Because all artists can make money as indie artists. They just need to know how. So
Definitely.
but all right,
Listen.
we're gonna go ahead and get into Smoke right now. I'm so excited. I love this video. And shout out to Big Sank because he was in this. I don't even know if I say his name right, but
Yeah, you do.
All right, cool. So his big ass. How tall is he, anyways?
He over 6 foot. I can tell you that.
I'm hoping that he comes in the chat because I need him to know that mug is tall as a mug. Now, and one thing I want to notice too about the video, y'all were sweating. Was it hot
Yeah.
that day or what?
I'm gonna tell you the truth. My cameraman, he almost passed out from heat exhaustion that day.
Are you serious?
Yeah, and I told him just because watching his dedication, I say no matter what video I shoot and how far I go up this food chain, you're gonna shoot my videos.
That's what's
I
up.
say that type of passion, you need that.
Yeah. And whose dog is that? Because that shit's cute and I want it. Who's Pitbull?
Oh my God. That's a guy named Tone. He actually owns his own dog kennel.
Does he really?
Mm-hmm.
We're going to have
And
to
he's
talk
an
after the
excellent
show.
trainer.
Yeah, we're going to have to talk after the show because that dog is on point looking. So, all right. We're going to go ahead and get into this video right now. I'm going to switch screens here. Let me pull this up real quick and we'll get into it. And hopefully the sound is good. So
Need a professional logo for your brand?
Oh,
I've
got
used the
them
new
ads because we getting paid over here. Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and get into this. This is Smoke, and this is by BossWood.
Okay. I'm a smoker. Don't talk smoking, you don't want to smoke.
Still in the game like the coach forgot to come change them. Get them out the building, folks, we can't tame them. Put me in a room with a rapper you think famous, and I'ma see how ready he is to seek danger. I don't gotta lay in the snow to make angels. I get down, this James Brown a different single. We don't gotta fuck with you niggas, so why you angry? Diamond, your people lied, you fool gazing. I scope that shit like sharpshooters. Your version of hard ain't really that hard to us. Put me in that water, I'm mimicking shark movements. BossWood, I'm part human, part mutant. In the neighborhood, I'm willing to mob through it, and I kick it with the niggas that people the mark useless. I'm gon' ride and that's proven. I'm not gon' hide, I'm back shooting. Bang, bang, I take aim and bring pain. I'ma black out like light bills that ain't paid. I'ma max out and bust down the plain Jane for the culture. My mama told me the same thing, give me 17.5 for the t-shirt. How the fans act now, I gotta keep merch. Gotta sponsor the kid, it'll cost you a bit. All contracts gotta see me first. But get what? I ain't never signed that bitch. If you a master of your mind, better find that bitch. I'm a granddaddy, big check, recline your shit. If you got any more to say about the guys I'm with, I'm on go. The gas and the smoke I want. The cash in your last bit of hope I want. Niggas steady telling me to leave it alone. I did try, but nah, nope, I won't. I won't smoke for real. And that for anybody that mention a nigga name with a negative tone for real. You gon' make me pull up and bring to life everything I put inside a song for real. I've been pretty humble, but to think that I'm the one to play up under nigga wrong for real. My pull up game strong for real. I won't smoke for real. And that for anybody that mention a nigga name with a negative tone for real. You gon' make me pull up and bring to life everything I put inside a song for real. I've been pretty humble, but to think that I'm the one to play up under nigga wrong for real. My pull up game strong for real. I won't smoke with whoever. I'm on go, that's 2 letters. Keep an eye on your dog, I'm Cruella. Don't tell me you knew cause you do better. I'm feeling pretty gassed up, finna blast off in the space, never masked up. But I walked out with the safe, that was Craig at the end of the next Friday. But instead of yelling cut, I really did it 5 ways. I've been taking credit for a lick I really hit, but I see rappers like to do it cause it sound good. I hope whatever message in your music get you tested to the point that you just have a random bowel movement. People out here living every sentence when they quote their favorite rapper, how I know, nigga, I do it. That's why it's so important to be mindful. If you don't smoke, don't listen, cause I abuse smoke for real. And that for anybody that mention a nigga name with a negative tone for real. You gon' make me pull up and bring to life everything I put inside a song for real. I've been pretty humble, but to think that I'm the one to play up under nigga wrong for real. My pull up game strong for real. I won't smoke for real. And that for anybody that mention a nigga name with a negative tone for real. You gon' make me pull up and bring to life everything I put inside a song for real. I've been pretty humble, but to think that I'm the one to play up under nigga wrong for real. My pull up game strong for real.
All right, guys. So that was Smoke, and that was by BossWood. I'm telling you, that shit is just so clean. Like, that's just so slick. Everything about that. But I can tell y'all was sweating. It looked hot as hell, BossWood.
Yeah, it definitely was. It definitely was.
But that's okay. Y'all got the shot. So where did you guys shoot that at? Let's talk about that video. Break it down for me a little bit on how you came about. I mean, obviously you kind of talked about the video as it was. I mean, it's a nice. I don't want to use the word basic, but it's real clean and to the point. You know, you made sure to put some crops on fire in there to represent that hotness and the smoke and what was going on. But, how long did this take to shoot? Did it take a day? Was it a couple days, a weekend? Give us some insight on that and, things that happened on site.
It took a day. It took a day for the most part. It was a car wash right up by my house. It was an abandoned car wash. We went up there and shot, and then we went over to Cinco crib and we shot some there. And all the B-roll Jizzle got on his own. So now where he got that fire from, did he start it? I don't know.
You're not gonna tell that one, right? It was good for the video, right?
Definitely.
Somebody needed their crops burned down. That's just what it is. I mean, if it was that hot that day, it might have just started on its own, though, right?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I agree with that.
All right, we'll leave it at that. All right, so I'm gonna ask you a couple questions, and this is just kind of, basic interview questions that people might be curious about. At least I know I'm curious about. Okay. What do you feel like sets your music apart from the next person?
Bars.
You right. You're right. You don't even have to go any for you. I'm just leave that answer just like that. That was good enough for me. Because if y'all really listen to some of his stuff, I mean, you rap faster than the normal person. I'm not gonna say that you rap super super fast because it's not terribly fast, but you rap fast enough to where somebody's gonna have to run it back to make sure that they caught everything that you said.
Definitely.
But articulate wise, you articulate very well, and that's something that's for me as artists that do that. Ty the Tyrant is another one where you have to be really on point with your delivery when it comes to that type of style, and you do that very well. Now, what is your creative process like? Yesterday with Prince, he likes to do it kind of similarly like I do. Do you write to a beat or do you just write and then find a beat?
I write to a beat. I used to do it that way. It's like as you progress in writing music, your writing process changes over time. Mine has changed quite a lot. I used to be able to write to no beat. I used to be able to freestyle. Now it's like I'm a rapper, like put the beat on. Like I need that beat.
So since you mentioned freestyle, because we talked about that yesterday too, can you freestyle off the top? Is it something that you like to do? You don't like to do? Is that nah?
Hey, I'm the type of person to freestyle and start talking about food.
Hey, is whatever gets it out, right? If that's that's what you're passionate about. I'm a fat girl at heart, so it's all good.
Definitely.
I completely understand it. So in regard to like your musical journey, do you feel like where you started, do you think that you have butterflied into something else, or do you think that you've slightly been consistent from when you started to where you are now? Like, did you always have this style? Has it progressed?
I would like to consider myself always in some type of metamorphosis, like always into some type of change. So I'm like, once I come out my cocoon, I'm always trying to get back in one. I want to constantly change and be able to evolve and grow as an artist, to be able to tell a better story or articulate my words better. I'm my worst critic, and I think that's my biggest, like, my what is it? I don't know the word for it, but it's my downfall and my strong suit as well.
Okay. I get what you're saying. And it can be that way, but like I said, I would have to dig deep on some old school, like old BossWood. Like when you'd have to send me something from a long time ago there's a couple times where I've done shows in the past where it's a progression night, right? So people would come in, they'd send in music from a long time ago. Like when they first started doing music, and then something that they sent now, so people can kind of see the growth that the artist has. And me, it's really eye opening because some people sound so much different. If you would have heard me when I first started, I was the most monotone, robot sounding, like super shy. And then, not even 6 months later, I was a totally different person. And then 2 years from then, another, another change. But I think it's really nice to be able to see that from artists as they kind of go along in their music. But 15 years, that's a long time. I've only been in music for 7. and did poetry for about 12 years. So poetry was big for me first, and then music came. So it was a little bit different transition for me. But so I have a question for you. We're going to play another one of your tracks here. And then after that, I have a lightning round questionnaire thing that I like to do. That's just really, really random. It don't have nothing to do with music, but if you're willing to partake in it, we'll go ahead and do it and just kind of, keep it lighthearted.
Okay.
So we're going to go into intro. Can you give us a little bit of backstory on that track and talk about that for a second?
Oh, man. That intro. I first heard that beat and I went to start writing and I couldn't stop. And I tapped into like a different person. If I had to say so myself, I wasn't me. You know what I'm saying? Like on paper, I wasn't me.
Yeah.
And I said some stuff in there that like you got to think about it. Sure. And it's like, dang. So it's just straight, no hook, straight pressure.
Just straight bars. And I like stuff like that. Sometimes it's nice to just write a straight 32 and just go at it. So I feel you. When you write like that, when you get a beat like that, you know that beat was meant for you. That's how I feel. That's how
Definitely.
I feel. All right, so we're going to get into intro right now. This is off of Premeditated 2, The Motive by BossWood if you're just tuning in. So let's check this out.
Some of the best things in life are premeditated. This just the second version of it, you feel me? I'm stepping back inside the booth, feeling better than ever. I sat in the cut and I waited on them, thinking they ready. These rappers be talking that shit, but never say it directly. I want them to mention my name and try to stand up against me. I'ma put them through the ringer when I see them, just for speaking on the pimp who you love. Make them watch me in this BM on the film. You a thug, oh, you thought they meant to keep it on the hip, I pulled out. Shh, no, that's not my index on the lip, nigga, whoa. Big crit and shouted me out and done trip, wrote a nigga like he proud of the South. I was listening to them niggas to get me through situations, now they playing my music and it's not for the clout. I won't smoke just to see if it choke or overdose, niggas weed out. Anything tampering with my growth, nigga, bleed out. All of my victims by poking holes in them. People
My boyfriend over here getting it.
Next to biggest smalls, I be feeling on one of the dopest to stand up and talk about my eye strength. So all that rapping about who you never seen is competition. I really can't. I think I'm failing every eye test. I'm legally blind. I need to be guided, mummified. I be reaching to find it. Searching for the motivation every Monday just to get to the people. That's a furnace I gotta keep putting fire in. You don't want a war with a gangster. Built like I crushed 4 Rangers and face off with well-oiled tankers. I lived in the field. Now Old Town Road is a song getting endorsed by the cotton we was hanged for. Deep down, I ain't proud of that. But reparations gotta be paid, so sign the check. I won't Nike to start endorsing a lot of my people making music cause they sporting shit without breaking a sweat. Bow. I'm sending shots, hope it struck a nerve. I'm buying stock just because it's yours. They grabbing pussy in the White House, but in the Bible they were fucking in front of the church. Huh? Now who wrong? My nigga speak while the mic high. But keep in mind, if you go against God, you going to hell whenever your life stop. I pop out of the dark, looking like Cyclops. Make them put their hand in their face whenever I drop. Wait a minute, you ain't catch that. I just made a reference on how you listen to music and use eye drops. Why stop? Why would you not? Cause I'm a head nigga. Put it to your temple and why? Cause I'm a head nigga. BossWood, I call shot. Cause I'm a head nigga. Pussy never kept me in line. Cause I'm a head nigga. Spoken like a true G. A lot of rap songs never move me. I really been grinding for over 15 years to watch another nigga blow in just a few weeks, and I ain't even hate. I just don't wanna rap no more. The paycheck sucks, shit, I'm badly po. I'm really considering me hitting the lick again, but this time it gotta be a bank for sure. I done dissed a couple niggas in the city just to set an example around a name to be careful with calling. Don't encourage me to listen to nothing because it's lacking the substance. All they talking about is bitches and ballin'. Have you ever seen a nigga turn a sack of potatoes to his breakfast, lunch, and his dinner cause he didn't have loan money? You witnessing the image of all of it. A giant that came out a small woman. I'm coming way harder, but it got to be proven. Deep inside, I think my product can do it. If I ever reach a point in my career, I got a red shirt, a rapper. I'm walking on whoever turf recruit me. I'ma work to prove it. Premeditated all my dreams and stayed woke till it hurt my pupils. You'll never be a fan in my eyes. People treat it like a job. CEOs really work my music. Yee. Let me catch it one more time, bro. Let me catch it one more time.
He said, hold on, I gotta go there. Hold on. you gotta tell me a little bit about that though, because it sounded like you was like, I'm not done yet. Like what happened at the end of that? They must have just kept that take.
Yeah, that's what happened. Cause what had happened, I had messed up like toward the end on the first take, and I was like, let me catch it one more time, bro. Let me catch it one more time. And he ended up keeping it for the track itself.
It's nice though. I actually like when people leave stuff like that in there. It just makes the overall album a little bit more genuine, especially just because it comes out naturally. You know what I mean? You can't. It's a little different when you try to fake it, or not to fake it, but like when you try to put it in as a planned skit. So It's nice to kind of have that just be on there. Me personally, I like it because there's conversations that happens in studios that most people don't know about. You know what I mean? And just that interaction between either yourself and the producer or whatever. But it's one of those things. I just like that interaction. I like that interaction. So, but BossWood, you're like the kind of person when I listen to your music, I'd be like, damn, I don't know if I should rap anymore.
And that ain't the first time I done heard that though.
But it's just, you know what, it's a matter of being able to accept yourself as the artist that you are, though. You know, I'm not a fast rapper. I've tried before, but it's just something that certain people are just meant to do. You know what I mean? And that's just what it is. That's just what it is. But everybody's liking it. I want to look at this chat real quick. Derek was talking about this nigga and that yee at the end. And Will said outright fire bars. My boyfriend got up out of his chair and was over here dancing like this. He did that on the smoke track too. He really liked both of those as well.
Hey, that's dope. You should have got him on camera.
He won't. If I would have turned that around, he would have got mad. But he was over there jamming. Don't let him fool you. He was over there jamming. But that's good stuff. So what I like to do, just to kind of keep the interview a little lighthearted, because you know I'm goofy. I'm gonna do what I want you to do is pick a number between 1 and 13, but don't pick 7 because we did that one yesterday. So anything between 1 and 13.
Let me go 4.
4. Okay, so we're gonna do. I don't know what any of these questions are. They don't have nothing to do with music, but you just gotta come quick off with the answer if you think you know it. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Virtue or sin?
Sin.
Sourdough or wheat?
Sourdough.
Would you rather cuddle with a baby panda or a baby penguin?
Panda.
Are lifeguards attractive?
No.
Name one of the 7 dwarfs.
Sleepy?
There we go. Would you want to live forever?
Nah.
Okay. I like that answer. What's for dinner tonight?
Seafood.
All right. Did you save me a plate?
Sure.
Okay. Follow-up question. How many pull-ups can you do in a row?
2.
That's it?
I'm just playing. probably 10. I can give you a set.
Okay. There we go. What's your favorite type of tea if you drink it?
Golden Peak.
Golden Peak. You're talking about the iced tea, right?
Yeah.
All right, cool. I got you. Do you think reindeers are real creatures?
Yes.
Yes, they are. What kind of questions are these? Say something in an Asian language.
Ni hao.
There you go. Look at you. Do you respect Kanye West?
Sorta.
Okay, I get it. What's the fastest speed you've ever driven in a car?
The dashboard.
What?
The dashboard.
The dashboard speed? That's fast. You just told on yourself, by the way. All right, so that was the lightning round. I appreciate you taking time to do that. It's just for fun and giggles. Some of these questions are out of here.
Yeah, heck yeah. Especially the panda and the penguin one.
Yeah, I don't know about that either. I think I would rather do a penguin because pandas can hurt you. They're kind of big.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, well, we're going to get back to the music here. Let me look and see. So the next we have Q&A is the other track that you wanted to play on tonight's show.
Definitely.
Before we get into that, though, can you just take a second to let me know who was all involved with your album, who produced your tracks, who was the engineer? Because there's really, all of those people did such a tremendous job on mixing the album, making you sound really good. But let me know let me in on who all was involved in your album.
Big shout out to Mob Squad Nard coming out of Jacksonville, Florida. That's one of my favorite artists out the city. Big shout out to Don Tripp. You know what I'm saying? That's my favorite rapper, one of my favorite rappers. He blessed me with a verse. Big shout out to Shopboy Studios and their engineer Aaron Hertz, aka Train. He recorded, mixed and mastered the album. And big shout out to all the producers. You got Pyro Beats. You got I don't know what the other ones are. I ain't gonna lie.
That's okay. But we're still giving them a shout out anyway. And like I said, I know sometimes when you have a lot of people collabing on an album, it can be difficult to name them all off, especially if I didn't prepare you to tell me them anyways. But I just wanted to test you to see how many you were going to get, BossWood. That's all. Okay, so before I got one last question before we get into Q&A, and you give me a little backstory on Q&A.
Okay.
Tell me how you feel. Well, first and foremost, before the COVID-19, were you out doing performances?
A little. I did a little. I'm not big on it. I feel like I gotta capture social media. You know what I'm saying? I gotta capture that. But I've done plenty of shows though.
You have. Do you enjoy them, or is there a reason why you feel the way you feel about shows? Do you like doing shows? You like performing?
Yeah, performance cool. You know what I'm saying? You get to meet the people up close and in person. But what's starting to happen is in the city, it's starting to happen like in the street. Like I got chased one time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like I was driving home from getting something to eat, and the guy spotted me. I guess the light hit the car just right, and he saw it was me. So he rolled the window down, playing the music, and was like, "Hey, I'm listening to you right now."
Oh,
I was like, "Thank you, bro. You're not a fan, you're a CEO." So the light turned green, and he sped up and like followed me. I'm trying to turn down my street. I was like, "Man, I can't even turn down my street."
Oh man, that's not cool. You can be a fan, but be a fan from afar. You ain't gotta follow nobody. That's crazy. That's crazy. So I asked this question yesterday, and I really like to get people's feedback on this. As far as like, how do you feel that the internet has impacted music in general? Do you feel like it's taking it in a positive direction, or do you feel that artists might be relying too much on social media only to market and push and move their music?
Ooh, that's a good question because we talked about this a lot. I don't think it's really artists that's doing it. I think it's labels putting that pressure on artists now to wait, something happened. I can't hear you now.
Are you there?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay.
Boom. So labels are putting that pressure on artists. You remember watching TV and you see a Lil Jon album commercial?
I don't think
you remember
so.
that? You don't?
No, I don't.
I seen them before. And now you don't see that anymore. You don't see it on TV anymore. It's all the artists promoting the shows, the tours, and everything. And so it's good for the artist. It gives the people a direct line to that person that they like.
Yeah, I agree with that. Sometimes I have thought though that with the internet being used a lot more frequently, I think in certain aspects the downfall, at least in my opinion, you can give me feedback on this. Sometimes when it comes to like streaming is a wonderful thing, but streaming, and if you compare streaming to a direct purchase, there's still, you have to think about something. Streams, in my understanding, take quite a few of them before you actually see a good amount of money. So if an indie artist doesn't necessarily have a large following, streams take quite a long time for them to actually build any kind of revenue or make any kind of profit margin. However, I've had arguments with people about, you shouldn't do physical copies anymore, but I still, to a sense, depending on how that physical copy is, or if it's also offered digitally, physical copies offer an instant purchase. So that artist makes that money right then, right there. There's no waiting. And so sometimes I feel like sometimes artists rely a little bit too much on streams when they could also have the avenue of doing physical copies for those that still want to purchase art. Do you feel like that's still a good route for people to go, or how do you feel about that?
Definitely. I feel like in whatever shape, form, or fashion, your supporters are trying to stay in contact with you and or be a part of your organization. Make it available for them. You got the digital, you got the physical, you got the merch.
Absolutely.
Capitalize on all of it.
Yeah. And I think merchandise is another good thing. But I do see a lot of people kind of struggle with branding. A lot of artists don't really know exactly how to brand themselves when it comes to their music or their logo or stuff like that. And they kind of, there's absolutely nothing wrong with trying to do it on your own. But at some point, you do have to pull that person in that's had that experience with doing that so that you can set your brand up for success, in my opinion. So tell me about Q&A before we get into this track.
Q&A was originally made strictly for the ladies. A lot of people have told me, "Hey, you need to make a song for women." I was like, you know, because everything be hard and aggressive or got some type of sentimental value to it. So I tried to step out my own comfort zone, and I think I did a pretty good job.
I think you did a pretty good job too, and I get that. When I when I first started music, and I actually put out like a more like romantic song, people were like, "Holly, I don't know how to feel about hearing you talk like that." You know what I mean? And I was just like, "Well, you asked for it, so what the fuck? Like,
Right.
don't backtrack now." All right, so we're gonna get into Q&A right now. Let me grab it up here. So this is Q&A again, guys. We're listening to some of the tracks off of Premeditated to the Motive by Mr. BossWood. So let's check this out.
Baby got a body like a model from Guatemala. I swear that pussy come from overseas. She told a nigga she a freak on the low. I never got it until I seen what she can do on her knees. And she got a noggin full of scholarships. She smart as hell. It's hard to tell if it's Harvard, Yale, Pennsylvania, Dartmouth, or Cornell. I'm trying to tell you she impressive with it. Make that face and get aggressive with it. Sip that drink and get extra lifted. Finna slow my stroke and go Texas in it. Can I fuck you on the balcony? Just to give it that nature feeling. What's your birthday? I wanna see you in your birthday suit so I can take you in it. What's the darkest place in your mind? I wanna know so I can take you in it. What's the softest place in your spine? I wanna know so I can make you feel it. I got questions, I want answers. If I throw my wands up, will you be my dancer? If I called your phone up, can we meet right after I record this song so I can beat your back up? Call it the remix, she calling me champion. If I go too deep, she'll start calling me Samuel. We don't sleep, ain't no alarm to cancel. And she so low-key, we never caught together. Down to earth, so she kinda special. Let out moans when I apply the pressure. She done set the bar way too high to measure. Tell her how we kill her, I'm the hair relaxer. Can I put you on your back with your legs up? Tie you down to the bed with some handcuffs. Can I let that pussy hit my taste buds? Can we let your neighbors hear us make love? I got questions, and I want answers. Are you bi-curious? Do you like doing this? Do you like cameras? If it is what it is, it drop one time on a real nigga. Stop one time, let me chill in it. Dab one time while I'm still in it. I might fuck around and drop a kid in it. Yeah. Drop one time on a real nigga. Stop one time, let me chill in it. Dab one time while I'm still in it. I might fuck around and drop a kid in it. Yeah. I don't just be talking, I can back it up. Look at all the groceries I'm bagging up. Fuck her till I kick it to some added up. Then we gon' repeat it, I got stamina. Bounce it on a nigga for the camera. Throw it like you pitching for the Nationals. Beat up on that pussy like I'm at it for. Talking while I hit it like you handle what? Let me take a brief intermission and switch the position. I want you to rub that clip while I hit it. I'm gripping your titties, that pussy go to thumping and dripping. You yelling my government like I started losing my hearing. It's gushing, I feel it. Don't stop me, I just got in a rhythm. And that pussy sober, I done sweat out the liquor. Focus on your body like a big television. I got the bed sounding like the Trillville instrumental, like what it is, ho. What's up?
That's my shit.
Can I put you on your back with your legs up? Tie you down to the bed with some handcuffs. Can I let that pussy hit my taste buds? Can I put you on your back with your legs up? Tie you down to the bed with some handcuffs. Can I let that pussy hit my taste buds? Can we let your neighbors hear us make love? I got questions, and I want answers. Are you bi-curious? Do you like doing this? Do you like cameras? If it is what it is, it drop one time on a real nigga. Stop one time, let me chill in it. Dab one time while I'm still in it. I might fuck around and drop a kid in it. Yeah. Drop one time on a real nigga. Stop one time, let me chill in it. Dab one time while I'm still in it. I might fuck around and drop a kid in it. Yeah.
He said I might fuck around and drop a kid in it. All right, BossWood, I see you over there. Oh, shit.
That's all dope.
It is definitely dope. So that was BossWood. There's a couple people just tuning in. That track right there again was BossWood, and it was Q&A. Getting a little freaky dicky on the nasty side, doing the nasty. So this question then is going to be for the ladies. Is BossWood single up in this bitch? Because you can't drop a song like that and then be single, I mean, be taken.
No.
Let the ladies know. Don't look. I did it. I asked the question. I asked it.
It's complicated.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. That's what it is. But the song sounds like you're fucking single, so that's all I'm gonna say. That was a good track though. I'm gonna tell you what, like it's I think it take like for unless you're like an R&B singer, a lot of time we don't usually hear like rappers really kind of like necessarily go into these type of songs. So when you do it, you got to do it right. Like obviously, someone said Thug McNasty. Oh man, but so like Ludacris, he had a couple different songs that he did that were a little freaky deaky. He had Pussy Poppin' and what was the other one? God, I can't. What?
You talking
Vitamin
about
D?
Spring Waterfall?
Yeah, that one too. That one too. But man, I'm telling you, it's nice when you deliver something like that. But here's the thing, and I want you to think about this, and I'm being realistic, right? So I have a track that's not nearly as nasty as that. But think about it,
Right.
like, okay, your friends listen to you, your homegirls, your homeboys, and they're like, damn, and then say like your homeboy's homegirl like really likes the song, like. Can you just picture in the mind the fact that some people might be doing a nasty to you while you're rapping, like having this on in the background?
I'm gonna be honest. I was like envisioning that when I wrote the song.
Good.
I was
Well,
like, I was super turned on paper, and I was like, man, I need to like get this frustration out.
I love that though. I love that because it's just funny to think about. Like, yo, I got all my friends and shit listening to my music, and some of these people might be playing it at an inappropriate time or appropriate time for them. But it's like shit. Like
Somebody
these people,
take me.
somebody's bumping boots to my track night now. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't got, but the crazy part, I got dudes. It be dudes telling me like, bro, I smashed my BM to that like 6 times last week. I was like, hey, that's your BM, bro. Respect though, you know what I'm saying?
But I get it though. Like that's what I'm saying. It's just to me like and people brought that up when they heard elevator music because I wrote a song called Elevator Music that is kind of like real whatever, and people are like, Holly, I just don't know. I don't know that side of you. So hearing you speak like that is weird. But I was like, yeah, but I bet you still finna fucking white to that shit. So that shit just trips me out because, some people, it's just, unless you're an artist that's always like that, like say like Little Kim, for instance, she was just nasty all the time. So we expected that from her, but when we hear something like that from BossWood, it's like, what did he just say? What does they just say? Yeah. So it was like that for me too, for some people. They just, I guess they didn't think I had it in me. I don't know.
Right.
But it is what it is. So as far as the album goes, those were the 3 songs that you wanted to touch on. Out of the whole album that you have, do you have a favorite track off of there, and maybe why it's your favorite?
I want to say How It Play Out and Closure. Like the most of the interviews that I've done, I said I didn't have a favorite track, but as I listen to this project, I think those 2 stand out the most to me personally because everything is true, but those they come from a dark place.
They come from a dark place. So you
Yeah.
must have been going through something at the time, and you don't have to get into it, but I'm just to assume that you were probably going through something, right? And that
Yeah, How It Play Out came from just my life, just in the beginning, like having a mom and a dad, and being a witness to domestic violence, and just having to grow up in a single parent household. And I pretty much told that story. In the first verse, I told it from my mom's perspective. In the second verse, I told it from my dad's perspective.
That's
And what it was, I was 6 years old. I still remember everything that happened that day from 6 years old.
That's crazy, right? How those things stick with you.
Def-
And which track was that one? That one was Closure.
That was How It Play Out.
How It Play Out. So that wasn't on your list tonight to play, but do you mind if I play that track?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
All right, let me pull it up real quick because I don't think that was one that Kevin sent me. So give me a second. I'm gonna pull it up here, and we're gonna go ahead and play that one. Oops. Here we go.
That's a tearjerker. Oh my God.
How It Play Out. All right, here it is. Well, it's only 3 minutes of tear jerking, but we're gonna get into that because I, like I said, it's something that I would like to listen to. Let me make sure that. Hold up a minute. Oh, I bought it, so I'm like, I hope it plays all the way. Forgot about that. All right, so this is How It Play Out. Let me make sure that this is.
They really tried to kidnap.
No, it started from the middle. Hold up. Where's my? I don't know how to get into my. Oh, it's my music. Here it is. I'm like, hold up a second. I have his stuff. There it is. Okay. Here we go. All right, here it is. So this is how it play out. Let's check it out. Someone said.
Huh. I said it's crazy how it play out in the end. 226 kicking and screaming, I made it in. Cradled in favored hands. Looking at mama like, oh, that's you. As I take a glance, that voice from the darkness, I find it comfort and safe from sin. But heaven only knows what I'll become in about 18 years. I'm a product of environmental issues. Papa stopped calling and coming by like we forgetful. Pushing through life like it was a crowd you couldn't get through. Searching for something in church every Sunday. She burdened with judgment because that blemish on her eye was getting looks. In the Lord's house, it's hard to try to hide the shit you took when in your house. But mama rolled her eyes and threw the book. Said it's yours now. The next book gonna be thrown for life she took. In the courthouse, daddy really tried to kidnap me. My mama panicked. Neighbors calling 911 while she chasing them in her panties. Get my baby back. Bitch, that's my baby too. You see him when I want you to. I hate you, bitch. I hope you do. It's crazy how it play out in the end. It started with a rose from who knows, just a friend. Yeah, it's crazy how it play out in the end. It's crazy how it play out. It's crazy how it play out in the end. It started with your tone, not a nose and a chin. Yeah, it's crazy how it play out in the end. It's crazy how it play out. Police sirens coming from every direction. Look down and he asked me, you ready? I'm ready. I'll die for you, boy, and that's without a question. Sir, put your hands up. Do what we say or we blasting. If any bullets strike my son, I'm killing everything standing. I heard somebody screaming, Lord. That's my granny praying. They know my dad, the type to do it. You know, killer man. Me not understanding. I'm just crying, trying to grip his hand. Looking in his eyes, I seen fire, then he clicked again. Nigga, this my son. I can see him when I'm ready. I got rights to be a father, and your badge gotta respect it. You gon' traumatize my little one, tell him host all their weapons. Daddy be right back, they pulled him out and started yelling. Mama, why they beat my daddy like that? Mama, why they had to slam him like that? Put me down, I gotta help him fight back. When the commotion died down, I think I died with it. Because I knew it wasn't gonna be no more surprise visits. Crazy how it play out in the end, ain't it crazy? It started with a rose from who knows, just a friend. Yeah, it's crazy how it play out in the end, ain't it crazy? It's crazy how it play out. It's crazy how it play out in the end, ain't that crazy? It started with your tone, not a nose and a chin. Yeah, it's crazy how it play out in the end, ain't it crazy? It's crazy how it play out. Crazy how it play out in the end. It started with your tone, not a nose and a chin. Yeah, it's crazy how it play out in the end. It's crazy how it play out.
I really like what you did with this track, specifically.
Definitely.
You know, taking it from both perspectives. It's nice to see artists do that. And one thing I kind of noticed, like back in the day a little bit, we saw a little bit more of that, especially like DMX. He had that one track where he was kind of talking, you know what I mean, just doing that back and forth with themselves, but portraying a different character. So I can really respect, you know, taking the time to do that, creating a track like that. It's really nice to be able to, you know, have that content on the album. I'm not gonna lie, the last two interviews I've had on my fucking show have been just, I mean, the music is amazing, and you can really tell with you, BossWood, that, you know, music is your life. You love it. You absolutely are 100% in love with what you do and how you do it. And the stuff that you put in there. Someone said, "Who's hollering in the back?" It's Father's Day. It's the kids, man. It's the kids.
Yeah, they going hard. They playing games in there.
It's all good. I completely understand. It is not a problem. So, Premeditated 2, The Motive is out on all platforms.
Definitely.
I definitely highly suggest that everybody go and get the album. It's definitely worth it, especially that Smoke. I mean, everything on here is good, but that Smoke track and that intro, you can't beat that. That is such a good way to start off the album to pull people in. Are you satisfied? I like to ask this question too. Like, are you satisfied with this album? Are you happy with it? You know, do you think that after you were done, when you put it out on platforms, you could step back and be like, damn, okay, I did good. Did you feel that way?
Definitely. I feel like you got to assess that before you even decide to put it out. So definitely, yeah, I feel real good about it, because it seems like every project I decide to put together, it's like a step up. Like, I'm working with a lot of my favorite artists that I grew up watching, and shoot, Next is Starlito. I got to get the Starlito feature. That's for sure, for sure.
Well, I think you'll accomplish it. If I have anything to do with it, which I want, I mean, you know, Kevin is the fucking share master over here, and he just been going ham. But if hopefully this reaches somebody and somebody hears you, I mean, that's what all of this is all about. Just trying to get you and your sound and what you do out to more and more people. So I'm glad to be a part of that. I'm glad Kevin came across the platform and introduced me to your music, because it kind of reminds me of home. And when I say that, I mean when I was living back in VA and listening to those southern, you know, the southern rappers. That's something that I really grew up a lot in loving. And I think that you kind of, you know, you fit right in that category. It's definitely different than what I was listening to back in the day, but it's just that swag. It's that accent. You know what I mean? It's that little thing you got going on in the way that you deliver. That really, to me, is solidifies kind of like where you're from and where you represent. And the premeditated to the motive is a very good display of you as an artist. So I think you did a great job on the album as well.
Definitely. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Now, that is our hour. So is there anything else that you'd like to say to the chat, to anybody that's in there? This is your time to take a second and say thank you to whoever may have you want to.
Yes.
He's like, yes.
All right. First and foremost, I want to thank each and every last one of you guys for tuning in tonight. I want to also let you know that you are not a fan. You are a CEO. Thank you, Holly, for the platform and providing it, not for me, but for all artists of any genre. Thank y'all so much.
Absolutely. We really, really appreciate you. And I'm probably going to play Smoke again as soon as you get off, because there were some people that missed it. So I'm going to make sure I go back on that. But BossWood, thank you so much for being here tonight. This interview will be available on YouTube after the stream is over, so people can come back and watch it if they missed it. And I will make sure to share that out tomorrow. That way, you know, it's just out there again. So again, thank you for coming on the show. The next time that we see each other will hopefully be in person, because I like to travel and I like to get that stuff done in person and you know, vibe off each other. So thank you so much, and I hope you have a good Father's Day and the rest of your good weekend.
All righty, and y'all do the same over there.
All right, BossWood, take care, man.
All righty.
Bye-bye. All right, guys. So that concludes the BossWood interview. If you're still sticking around, you absolutely can. And if you are in here and you would like to submit some music, I am going to do reviews maybe till about 10 o'clock or so. What's wrong?
Your camera's lagging. You have to reset the camera.
Okay. So let me go ahead and do that. If you would like to submit some music, you can do that through theeargasm.net. And I'm going to check to see if I have anything going on while I'm messing with my camera right now. There we go. Back on it. All right. Looks better now. Ryan said I definitely missed the whole thing. But don't worry. It's going to be available. You can watch it back. Like I said, it'll be good. Thank you. I appreciate it. So I'm going to go ahead and replay that BossWood Smoke right now. But I'm just going to play the... Yeah, let's get it. Because I want smoke for real. Go ahead and start getting your music sent in, guys. If you are still sticking around, you can get your music played now. Let's go.
Still in the game like the coach forgot to come change them. Get them out the building, folks, we can't tame them. Put me in a room with a rapper you think famous, and I'ma see how ready he is to seek danger. I don't gotta lay in the snow to make angels. I get down, this James Brown a different single. We don't gotta fuck with you niggas, so why you angry? Diamond, your people lied, you fool gazing. I scope that shit like sharpshooters. Your version of hard ain't really that hard to us. Put me in that water, I'm mimicking shark movements. BossWood, I'm part human, part mutant. In the neighborhood, I'm willing to mob through it, and I kick it with the niggas that peeping the mark useless. I'm gon' ride and that's proven. I'm not gon' hide, I'm back shooting. Bang, bang, I take aim and bring pain. I'ma black out like light bills that ain't paid. I'ma max out and bust down the plain Jane for the culture. My mama told me the same thing, give me $17.5 for the t-shirt. How the fans act now, I gotta keep merch. Gotta sponsor the kid, it'll cost you a bit. All contracts gotta see me first. But get what? I ain't never signed that bitch. If you a master of your mind, better find that bitch. I'm a granddaddy, big chuck, recline your shit. If you got any more to say about the guys I'm with, I'm on go. The gas and the smoke I want. The cash in your last bit of hope I want. Niggas steady telling me to leave it alone. I did try, but nah, nope, I won't. I won't smoke for real. And that for anybody that mention a nigga name with a negative tone for real. You gon' make me pull up and bring to life everything I put inside a song for real. I've been pretty humble, but they think that I'm the one to play up under nigga wrong for real. My pull pull up gang strong for real. I won't smoke for real. And that for anybody that mention a nigga name with a negative tone for real. You gon' make me pull up and bring to life everything I put inside a song for real. I've been pretty humble, but to think that I'm the one to play up on the nigga wrong for real. My pull up gang strong for real. I won't smoke with whoever. I'm on go, that's 2 letters. Keep an eye on your dog, I'm Cruella. Don't tell me you knew cause you do better. I'm feeling pretty gassed up, finna blast off in the space, never masked up. But I walked out with the safe, that was Craig at the end of the next Friday. But instead of yelling cut, I really did it 5 ways. I've been taking credit for a lick I really hit, but I see rappers like to do it cause it sound good. I hope whatever message in your music get you tested to the point that you just have a random bowel movement. People out here living every sentence when they quote their favorite rapper, how I know, nigga, I do it. That's why it's so important to be mindful. If you don't smoke, don't listen, cause I won't smoke for real. And that for anybody that mention a nigga name with a negative tone for real. You gon' make me pull up and bring to life everything I put inside a song for real. I've been pretty humble, but to think that I'm the one to play up on the nigga wrong for real. My pull up gang strong for real. I won't smoke for real. And that for anybody that mention a nigga name with a negative tone for real. You gon' make me pull up and bring to life everything I put inside a song for real. I've been pretty humble, but to think that I'm the one to play up on the nigga wrong for real. My pull up gang strong for real.
Hey, we love that shit. Shout out to BossWood. I went ahead and pinned the comment where you can send your music if you would like to. I'm gonna check to see if I even have anything in the box right now, cause I'm not even sure if I do. I don't even know if I do. But we shall see. Oh, something just came in right meow. Oh, we got some Petrol Lane in this ish. Haven't seen Petrol Lane submit in a long time. I hope he's in there. Zebo, I just got your email as well, so we got that. But now it's time to do some music. Just for a little bit. Because your girl's not really feeling good. Hey. All right, it sounds a little quiet up there. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get into Petrol Lane. He is a producer and an out-of-the-box producer at that. Really love his stuff. He said this is a track called Way You Are, and he hopes everyone enjoys it. So let's check this out. Hey, some music from CYN, yes. I love this out of the boxness that he has. Now that switch up. He gave me the dash switch up. Okay. And remember, guys, we do this 1 through 5, rated 1 through 5. That's what we do. I love Petrol Lane stuff. It's so abstract, but it also all works together. Now, if you're just tuning in and you don't know about the music reviews, remember, guys, we rate tracks 1 through 5, constructive criticism only. Now that we are shifting gears, get it? Shifting gears into music reviews for the next 30 minutes. I will get off here probably, about 30 minutes or so. See who we can all get in here and get played. So let me go back in my inbox here. That last track was by Petrol Lane. And I just want to spin some of your guys' music right now, but I still am going to rate the tracks. For me, I'm going to give that one a 4. I think it was decent. And again, Petrol Lane is a kind of out-of-the-box producer. So let's see. Everything okay?
Yeah, Fortnite and Minecraft.
Okay. So we have, let me see if I can get them in here too, because we need DMP. There they are. All right. So we're going to go ahead and play Out From Under This is DMP, aka the Doorman's Project. This is called Out From Under, giving some vibes, some Jamaica vibes.
Breathe you out.
Let's check this
Breathe
out.
you in. You keep coming back to tell me you're the one who could have been. And my eyes seeing all so clear. It was long ago and far away, but he never disappeared. I try to put it in the past, hold on to myself and don't look back. I don't wanna dream about all the things that never were. Maybe I can live without, and I'm out from under. I don't wanna feel the pain. What could really do me now? I get it all figured out, and I'm out from under. Let me go, just let me fly away. Let me feel the space between us growing deeper and darker every day. Watch me now, and now there's someone new. Our heart will be unbroken, it will open up for everyone but you. Even when I cross the line, it's like a lie I told you thousands times. I don't wanna dream about all the things that never were. Maybe I can live without, and I'm out from under. I don't wanna feel the pain. What could really do me now? I get it all figured out, and I'm out from under. Part of me still believe when you say you're gonna stick around. Part of me still believe we could find a way to work it out. But I know that we'll try everything we could try. So let's just
How y'all liking it? Go ahead and let me know in the chat right now. 1 through 5.
What is they gonna sit around, girl? Rock on me yard, rock up on me wild, girl. Do me, tell me, bill me, you are the one active, girl. Come back up, suck up on me yard, girl. I still believe what is they gonna sit around, girl? Rock on me yard, rock up on me wild, girl. Do me, tell me, bill me, you are the one active, girl. Come back up, suck up on me yard, girl.
I don't wanna dream about all the things that never were. Maybe I can live without, and I'm out from under. I don't wanna feel the pain. What could really do me now? I get it all figured out, and I'm out from under. I don't wanna dream about all the things that never were. Maybe I can live without, and I'm out from under. I don't wanna feel the pain. What could really do me now? I get it all figured out, and I'm out from under. I don't wanna dream about all the things that never were. Maybe I can live without, and I'm out from under. I don't wanna feel the pain. What could really do me now? I get it all figured out, and I'm out from under.
All right, guys, that was DMP and that was Out From Under. That was a great song. Another great song from you guys. The last 2 songs that you guys have submitted have been great. This one for me, I think the last one I gave you guys was a 5. This one for me, I'm giving about a 4.5 on this one. I do like this one. It's a little bit slower than the other one, a little bit of a different vibe, but I still like it. I still enjoy it. I just overall like, reggae style music anyways. It's just overall, you're always going to be in a good mood listening to it no matter what. The harmonies were great again. The quality sounds great again. So you can't even be mad at this really in any way at all. So very, very nice on that track. I'm liking it. So let's go back in the inbox here and see what else we got going on. and see. So we're gonna get into Pat Miller's. Shout out to Pat Miller, super dope artist, submitted on behalf of Zebo Jones. So shout out to him. This is called La Di Da Di. We like to party. I added that last part in. But I'm gonna go ahead and put this video up because it is a video. So this again is Pat Miller, and this is La Di Da Di.
Everything's vintage. I said everything's vintage. La-di-da-di, we rocks the party. We don't cause trouble, though the flow's a bit gnarly. Let my nappy dread swang and I won't say sorry. So unapologetic like it's cool, cause I said it. What? Yeah. Can I talk my shit? Can I talk my shit? We back. Yo. With two flows, I pop instrumentals, 2 Desert Eagles with 16s in each clip. Up it, I'm shooting. Now when you brought up his past tense, got a license to ill. This game is dark and hell is hot steel. Brothers get shot every day, trying to get paid in full. They weakness be overflow, got enough, and still be wanting more. Somebody tell these niggas no, grow a backbone. I just let my nuts hang, what you think they there for? Take the game back, it's sweet revenge, I let them taste that. If losses make bosses, this might be my last comeback. Hold on, run that back, this might be my last comeback. On everything I love, man, a nigga really felt that. I done put blood, sweat on the line, put hoes on my family time, praying to a cloudy sky. That's when I saw the silver line. Started with a dream, it manifested, it was perfect time. Limit is the sky, word the Biggie, he ain't never what can I say, huh? I'm vintage every day. If you ain't tryna hell, why the hell you in the way? See, that's the problem with you, always trying to jock away. Wasn't riding with us then, what's so different about today? What more can I say, huh? I'm vintage every day. If you ain't tryna hell, why the hell you in the way? See, you ain't nothing like us, homie, we are not the same. You don't see the bigger picture, you too blinded by the fame.
How y'all liking this? Let me know. Put it in the chat right now. 1 through 5.
I can double my work. I'm like, who gon' stop me? Who gon' box me? Got him like this skinny nigga hurt, think he's stocky. Heart like Rudy, took the hits like Rocky. Close enough to knock your wind out your motherfucking body. Mommy, nickname me daddy. Hoes call me Poppy. Know they messy, wanna bless me with the sloppy. I be feeling like Cooper fighting niggas on mushrooms. Rap fiends, these niggas pop pills so they can't move. I'm a simple man, give me yak and weed. A woman with some melanin and some ass indeed. I got top 5 dreams, 2 flows to get it done. I enter the stew at night, leaving, I see the sun. Yeah, man, I do it for the love. Love it when they say that's my shit. What more can I say, huh? I'm vintage every day.
What up, Picasso?
If you ain't tryna hell, why the hell you in the way? See, that's the problem with you, always trying to jock away. Wasn't riding with us then, what's so different about today? What more can I say, huh? I'm vintage every day. If you ain't tryna hell, why the hell you in the way? See, you ain't nothing like us, homie, we are not the same. You don't see the bigger picture, you too blinded by the fame.
All right, guys. So again, that was Pat Miller, and that was La Di Da Di. I really like that track a lot. That beat was super, super nice. I think that, I mean, besides, you know, the overall track I really liked, but the beat, you really gotta love, you know, beats like that. At least I do. I can appreciate that. He did well on this. He was in the pocket. He didn't come out of line. There was no slip ups. He delivered his verse well on this. And it was just a really smooth vibe. For me personally, I really like this track. I'm going to give it a 4.5. It's up there for me. Let me see how the chat's feeling on this one. Picasso, what's up, man? I think it was like your birthday or something the other day. I can't remember. I seen something on Instagram, I think. I can't remember. I don't know. Karen wasn't feeling this. She said the vocals were a little bit low, and the monotone. He said it was a little monotone. What's up, Big Sal? Good to see you. I gotta. Who just subscribed? This shit's on my face. There it is. Big Sal, thank you for the sub on that. We're about to get into some more music right now. What else we got going? ILM, welcome to the stream. Said it's straight heat. And Picasso said he was messing with it. I personally liked it too. I don't know if Zebo was still in here or not, but he was just a second ago. He always comes in and submits on his behalf, and always is sending me some fire. So I appreciate that. Will Smith sent in. What's up, Steven? I see you. How are you? I hope you're well. Kevin gave that one a 3. So he was right in the middle on that one. Definitely still a good artist, though. We got to get to know him a little bit better. They are a little bit newer to the stream, so we haven't been able to hear as much of their stuff, or there's days that I may or may not get to it. If you are just tuning in and you would like to submit some of your music, go ahead and send it over. You can go to www.theeargasm.net/submit and submit your music right there to me. That would be super dope if you guys can send me something. That way we can get it out. Let's see what people think. I didn't get to hear it, just tuned in. Don't worry, we got some more fire coming. I am going to play, before I get into the next track, I am going to play another track of mine that I think you guys are going to like, by Headquarters. Again, they're the homies. I like pushing their music. And I want y'all to hear this one because it is another good one. DMP, I think you'll probably like this one. It's called Music. I just got to see if I can find it. Here it is. This was the first track that I ever heard from theirs. This will be a nice, relaxing track, too, for most people. This is called Music. Again, it's by Headquarters. I'm going to let you check this out. And then after that, Will Smith will be up next with your track. That way you guys can take some time and send over your music. So let's check this out. I don't want to answer your ad question. Get out of here. Skip it. I love this beat so much.
Well, here comes the musical team class. Headquarters, you know?
Welcome to the quarter. In a studio from long time, engineer call with the squatter. Step on the grind 24/7. For we is either music or straight to heaven. Babylon a try to slaughter us. So mentally we have to take it to another level. Nobody cast the first stone, not even a pebble. No matter how the fat ghosts or even the devil. Clean as rainwater. Nobody set my mind free, my born as a rebel. Deeper than sub and higher than treble. Selassie I soldier, we well on a rebel. But we want to do it proper. So we take our time now to work hard and everything will come after. How does the ways of the cosmos have an effect precise, not almost?
The love we have to use it. It's deeper than the ocean, deeper than the ocean, deeper than the ocean floor. It's deeper than the ocean floor. The love we have to use it. It's deeper than the ocean, deeper than the ocean, deeper than the ocean floor. It's deeper than the ocean floor.
Remember this a tall time, rough time, tough time. Coulda never last, but be sure say tough people do. Days we not eat, nights without sleep. Police harass we in the streets for no reason. All year round in all season. Glad we got a glimpse of what evil do. Ways without means, blame without greens. Still I keep we head up, we got works to do. Cause all in all, every single nickel make up a muckle. Strong in our spirit, I know we muscle. Punch them with lyrics, I know we knuckle. Cause all in all, I know misfit, not in our we puzzle. I know mistreat, not in our we hustle. Better be keeping it real, keeping it humble.
The love we have to use it. It's deeper than the ocean, deeper than the ocean, deeper than the ocean floor. It's deeper than the ocean floor. The love we have to use it.
How you liking it, guys? Let me know 1 through 5 in the chat right now.
Deeper than the ocean floor. It's deeper than the ocean floor.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So again, guys, this was Headquarters. It's HAEADQUATTAZ is their name. Look them up on YouTube and follow them. ILM said, thanks. I got plenty of people who will like them. That's solo. This is the type of music I want to get making. I'm telling you, I really like it. And just so you guys know too, Headquarters, they are a group out of Israel. And I talk to them semi-frequently. They've actually agreed to do an interview on the Eargasm. So please make sure that you are following me if you haven't subscribed to the channel, and look out for that interview, because that's going to be such a dope interview to be able to talk to them. Their quality, their videos, their production, everything down to the T. They just are overall a great group. There is an MC and then the producer. Sometimes you'll see him in the videos. There's a gentleman with dreads who is the MC, and then the other guy who you see that's got a ponytail, and he is the producer. So they're just a dope overall group with a great sound. And that's one of what sold me on them when I started listening or got introduced to them. So up next we have Honey Brown, and this is submitted on behalf of Will Smith. This is called Never Again. Another really good artist here too. I mean, it just never ends on this show. We always have great artists that submit, great indie artists. But if you would like to tune into those interviews, just make sure you're following the page, following the YouTube or the Facebook. That's usually where I post the most about these interviews. So that would be good. It's the Eargasm with WLP on every platform. So this is Never Again, and this is by Honey Brown. Who we got all in the building? Papa 10, I see you. Hi. Let me know where everybody's from. Put it in the chat right now.
No. Never again. See, I'm so tired, but never. Once again, it's 2:45. TV's on, but it's watching me. I fell asleep on the couch, waiting for you to come home. Didn't think I'd be alone again. Still wearing your favorite black dress. Prada shoes, diamonds laced around my neck. Didn't know where we were going, just knew I would be showing you the time of your life. But you didn't knock, didn't call, didn't show up at all. You know you ain't right. You ain't right. Had me dressed to impress. Knew my week's been a mess. Had me home on a Friday night, but never again. I put you in front of what I want, in front of what I need. Starting now, I'm gonna look out for me. Never again. Never again. I put you in. No. That's not how it should be. Not how it should be. Now I've always been the one to be considerate, but sometimes men be acting so illiterate. They don't know how to treat you right, or do the little things that you like. Know what I'm saying? A good man ain't hard to claim, but sometimes they can be so hard to train. Just call when you're gonna be late. I don't wanna sit home and wait, 'cause my time is much too
Rate it up right now, guys. 1 through 5.
You didn't even show up. No, you ain't right. Had me dressed to impress. Knew my week's been a mess. Had me mad on a Friday night. Never again. I won't put you first.
that was Miss Honey Brown submitted on behalf of Will Smith. Let me know how you guys were feeling about that track in there. Petrol Lane just joined us a little bit ago. I played his track a little bit earlier, but he is here, and maybe we'll play a little bit more. I haven't seen him in a while. But back to the track. I want to read some of these comments here. Papa Tin said, I'll have what Picasso is having. Agreed. Mr. Kyle Pro said, this is my type of music. Petra Lane said, I like the R&B feel of this. I just think it needs mixing and mastering. ILM said, she has a great range and great vocals. I just think the mix is a little dry for an R&B song. You know, I think I'm with that 100%. Someone else, let's see, Big Sal said, I feel she needs some more emotion behind the type of feel she's trying to give. Maybe like she was holding back a little bit. And I could see that. During the portion where it was not the chorus, I definitely feel like the mix on those areas definitely didn't do it 100% justice and could have been a little bit more warm and full. But it was not bad at all. Her harmonies were really on point and it sounded really good. The song was overall great. He said, don't read this. I don't play that type by my own choice, and even more meaning that I loved it. Marquise said there's no replay value on that one. So he gave that one a 3 for that one. So for me, I think I'm right there with Karen. I think I'm giving it a 3.5. It was a good track, but I still think there's room for improvement on this one. So I think that's what we're all thinking as well. Shout out to all the new listeners tonight. I see quite a few people on YouTube that I don't think I've seen before. So if you're enjoying yourself, make sure that you hit that subscribe button for me if you're enjoying yourself. The ratings for the show, again, are 1 through 5. Constructive criticism only. We're here to help people grow, not be a dick. Just saying. Right? Am I right? Okay. All right. So let's get back in the chat here real quick. Or excuse me, the inbox, and see who we have next. Oh, damn, that shit long. I didn't realize it was that long. All right. So Papa Tin said, great. Grow the show. Don't be a D. Exactly. You guys know I have a potty mouth. My mouth is so potty. It's like dirty diapers and eggs and rotten bacon. It's just nasty. It is. All right. Time to Shift is the next one by Simple. Oh, okay. I think is that ILM? Or maybe that was someone else in here. Someone else said something about Simple. I can't remember who it was, but I think they're in here still. So let's check this out. It's called Time to Shift. Oh, no, I know who this is. This is CYN. He changed his fucking name. I forgot. All right. By the way, shout out to him. This is his brand of clothing right here. Let me move my mic out of the way. Y'all see this nice shirt? Super high quality. Go cop you one. Support our artists. I mean, it's just super nice t-shirt. You know what I'm saying? It's nice, and it looks good on me. If you want me to model, let me know. All right. This is called Time to Shift. Let's check it out.
One time for the S, one time for the H, one time for the I-L-T.
It's time to shift, sacrifice over risk, hard work, get it in, be sure that you inspire. You gotta be fearless and teaching each other to win. It's time to shift, sacrifice over risk, hard work, get it in, be sure that you inspire. You gotta be fearless and teaching each other to win. It's time to shift, sacrifice over risk, hard work, get it in, be sure that you inspire. You gotta be fearless and teaching each other to win. It's time to shift. Yeah, look, it's time to shift. Look, it's time to shift. Yeah, look. Not the type to throw the towel in. Grinding daily, trying to level up. Creative ways got my brain popping. Got 'em watching close, trying to measure up. Evolution got me elevating. Acting funny, know I'm focused now. Infatuated with my new pair, but that negative energy bogus now. Mindset was on the wrong thing. Ownership, it seemed out of reach. Surviving the live was a 9 to 5, but the money I wanted was in them streets. First gear, then you go to second. Sacrifice, then it's hard work. Resources available, you got the brains, just gotta be driven and know your worth. Stop the excuses, just make it work. You thinking you can't, that make it worse. You seeking abundance, but your vibration and focus is off. You think you curse. Look, we got the power, but first we gotta be dedicated, never ease up. We keep it applied. Talk about pressure till we set putting the bees on. Sacrifice over risk, hard work, get it in. Be sure that you inspire. You gotta be fearless and teaching each other to win. It's time to shift. Sacrifice over risk.
What's up, Town
hard
Mama?
Work, get it in. Be sure that you inspire. You gotta be fearless and teaching each other to win. It's time to shift. Sacrifice
shift. Look, it's time to shift. It's time to shift like a Mack truck. Priorities right, get my racks up. Transitioning out for the better. Rescinding my trust in people who act tough. I gotta inspire like Malcolm did. Be fearless and go be your own boss. Just picture you partying fresh from the jet with bottles on deck and your own loss. I had this shit for a red line. I did what I did, but it fed mine. And I ain't no better or smarter than you, but what wasn't the option was paid time. And I don't do well with the pity parties. I look in the mirror and Roger up. I won't take a seat till I got enough. Chasing our dreams, just know all we got is us. Stop loving the culture that cause pain. Just pushing your clutch to all change. Surrounded by people with money and goals, and we do it all in our own lane. I'm proud of my failures that let me know that I had to shift to resolve things. Soon as you feel it, you know your focus is on. It's a whole different ball game. Go get it. Sacrifice over
Thank
risk.
you so much for the
work, get it in. Be sure that you can inspire. You gotta be fearless and teaching each other to win. It's time to shift. Sacrifice over risk. Hard work, get it in. Be sure that you can inspire. You gotta be fearless and teaching each other to win. It's time to shift. Sacrifice over risk. Hard work, get it in.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you what, this got a great message behind it. Now let's go ahead and go over what this means, right? Let me move this over. So as he's saying in the song, wait, which hand is it? This is weird looking at the video. Time to shift, never miss a gear is what that is. That's what that stands for. And always driven, right? And you know what? I really respect this logo and everything about it because not only do I still drive stick shift. Yes, I know. So I'm so old school. It's not even funny. But yes, I still have a stick. And so I really like this just for the fact that I'm a car person and I still drive stick. So I overall though, like I really think the way that you put these shirts together with the small arc on it was a really nice touch just because the acronym is actually quite long. And so it makes it real nice that you kind of turned it in a little bit and up and it looks good. A couple people said on here that you could probably have done without the, let me see, where did it go? Hold on. It was Big Sal. He said, wish he'd do his ad-libs without the auto-tune. Marquise said, the average sound won't remember tomorrow. He gave it a 2.5. Big Sal gave it a 2.5. Johnny Beats, what's going on, man? Good to see you back. Good to see you back. He gave it some stars. Petro Lane said he has a cool flow. I can tell he took the time to create a story and a message. And I agree with that as well. Papa Tint said sucks on the hills, but that's boss. Mr. Cowpro said stick shift gang. You know it. You know it. If you don't know how to drive stick shift, man, do you really know how to drive though? ILM said he's speaking facts. And Picasso the rapper subscribed for 2 months in a row. Dude, thank you. By the way, if you don't know, if you have Amazon Prime and you would like to if you would like to subscribe to my Twitch for free, you can connect your Prime and your Twitch account, lock it in, and you can go ahead and subscribe to the channel for free. Normally, subs are ways for subscribers to be able to show their support by it's a $4.99 subscription, but with Prime, it's totally free for you on your part. Johnny said, good to see you. Hope all is well. And the guy sounds great. Definitely like music with substance. Absolutely. I agree as well. Papatit said, lock it in. I hope somebody clipped that because that's funny. Just you guys know how I like those clips. Appreciate it. So for me, I like the track. I'm gonna give it a solid 4. I do agree with Big Sal on the ad-libs, on the chorus. I would have liked to hear them just solidly and alone without a lot of effects on them. But I really love the message. The message and the overall delivery and the content to the track is definitely a 5. But overall track for me is a 4. All right, we're going to get back in the inbox here and see what else we got going on. A few submissions left, so I'm just going to make sure I play everybody else that I have left in my inbox. Not too terribly many. Again, guys, I'm fighting kind of a head cold right now, so I did get everybody that just sent something. So if you're in that group, that's cool. I appreciate it, and I will go ahead and play that. So this is Picasso the rapper. Super dope dude. Love following him on Instagram and seeing his stuff. So this is called Fly Away, and this is Picasso the rapper. Let's check this out.
Just days after Christmas, a gunman walked into a Texas church and opened fire, killing the
Wait. I'm going to stop this because I want to start it over real quick because there's a video. I didn't know it was a video. So let's get over here. All right, here we go. Question, what's everybody's preference, musically or substance? Oh, musicality or substance. It's a little bit of both. I don't know what everybody else prefers, but I know me. I am a substance person. I really do. But then there's music that I like to listen to where I just want it to be a good beat. Like I listen to electronica, I listen to reggae, I listen to everything. So I think it really just depends on the genre and what you feel at that time. I don't know. ILM, what about you? So again, we're going to go Picasso, the rapper. This is Fly Away.
Just days after Christmas, a gunman walked into a Texas church.
Oh, that's crazy.
The world now has more than 1 million confirmed cases of COVID-19. The country with the most cases continues to be the U.S.
That motherfucker.
From South Carolina are searching.
Well, as we've been reporting, Iran is vowing.
This is hard to watch.
After U.S. drone strikes killed Qasem.
Now to Australia, where they're facing those massive fires, already among the worst in that country's history.
The world is on fire, the nation's in flames. I woke up and saw everything was the same. We ain't even trying, our children are dying, they're seeking and desperately needing a change. Listen to me and I'll tell you the truth. The truth is ain't nothing ever gonna change. They say it's gonna burn as the world keep on turning. To me it don't seem like it's out of range. We turn on the news and see women abused. Passion for Christ, so the Muslims accused. Flipping the script if they bomb in your country. You tripping if you think you be amused. And I don't mean to hit a soft topic, I'm just trying to use my head to use logic. We need to fly away, man. This energy's nauseating, it's toxic. Follow me, I lead the way to the summit. We won't never plummet. Whoa, wait a minute, B, I think you done it. Lit torch, yeah, I think we onto something. Cause now I feel it's up to me to used to be some leaders in our family tree. Rest in peace, some people who were born to see the world of peace. And now this shit is super rare and far between. Talking about Marley and Tupac Shakur, Nipsey and Mac, and we'd all be on board. Talking about Farley and Robin Williams. God would trade you Harvey for the fallen victims. I hope that you hear all the words I've written. I hope that you see all the pain I'm giving. By seeing the country in two divisions. I know you've been calling, they just need to listen.
Breaking news in this Sunday afternoon, NBA champion Kobe Bryant died earlier this afternoon in Los Angeles in a helicopter crash.
Coming in right now from Los Angeles, the arrest of a former Minneapolis police officer for the murder of George Floyd. The protests continuing this evening. Police pushing back crowds, using batons and firing.
Let me know how you guys are liking this track right now.
Recommended to every governor to deploy the National Guard in sufficient numbers that we dominate the streets.
This evil we're facing, it ain't gonna die. Between you and I can tell what you're thinking. You're wishing the message will come from the sky. What if I said that you find it inside? What if I told you there's peace in your mind? What if I told you this piece of the pie was bigger than what you could see with your eyes? Would you believe it or think it's all lies? Believe what you want, they keeping us at the bottom so they stay at the top. Hoping they don't never drop. They raking in billions while we sit and scrape for a buck. It's no wonder that we're stuck. The media control the masses, and as long as they get a rating, they don't give a fuck. Politically pushing a narrative, man, this shit is so corrupt. I'm done with the bullshit. I'm tired of hearing about people with full clips running into the churches and gunning down innocent people who didn't deserve it. We just want a purpose. We just want to feel like our life isn't worthless. We dying for dollar bills so we can pay the bills till the day they close the curtains. I wish we could fly away, find a better day. Instead of medication, we would meditate. Find a better way to treat each other and educate. Follow my lead, let me demonstrate. We can elevate up and ascend into heaven's gates. This year has been morbid from Kobe to COVID, and sadly some people won't never wait.
Now to a deadly shooting that's inflamed racial tensions in a Georgia community. Tonight, video has surfaced of an African-American man being chased down and killed. His family says he was just out jogging.
Protests against police brutality and systemic racism are spreading beyond cities and mainly minority areas of the U.S. in the wake of George Floyd's death. There have been more than 700 protests in all 50 states.
The rallies across this country, they are shouting another name as well. Breonna Taylor, she was shot 8 times while she slept in her bed in Louisville. The protesters across this country demanding, say her name.
Woo! Say it for me one more time. Man, I'm going to tell you what, out of all of the people that may have released a track during all of this shit, hold on, when was this released? Okay, so June 13th. So this is what I want to say, all right? As far as the track goes, the content was so heavy. That's really hard for me to watch. I'm sure it was really hard for other people to watch too, just because the nature of everything that's been going on, that everything that's been happening and being force-fed into our news feeds, into our face. and just the fact that there is a community that is hurting deeply right now. But the fact that you decided to make a track to include what has happened, what's been happening, what happened in the past, and talking about it all in this song, and not just bringing up like COVID and George Floyd, but you included a lot of it. I give you a lot of respect for that, because it isn't about what just happened recently. This is something that's been going on for quite some time now. And so I respect you for that. Somebody did mention in here that they wanted some anger behind those bars, some real emotionalness to that. This was very well written. Getting those emotions in there would have really helped. That doesn't take away from this track. It's still deeply filled with content. But I can understand, we really want to hear that pain, that emotion behind that. But I still can't help but get emotional when I see that. It was so hard to watch some of those videos that have surfaced in the media and just not really know what the outcome is going to be for any of those situations. So I really, really liked this track, as difficult as it was to watch. He said, PE has a great single out right now. Big said, it's still real dope. Yo, Breonna Taylor's name is no longer trending. Go share and sign her petition after this live, please. Absolutely. Do everything you can for all of these cases. All of these cases. Big Sal gave it a 4. ILM gave it a 4. Marquise said 3.5. Great track, bars on deck. Big Sal said it's dope. Just needs some more power behind his voice. So, and I think I agree with all of those. YouTube is really crappy about reducing volume and quality. So it kind of sucks, but you did a really good job with putting the message through on that. Papa Tint said, for just $1 a day, you can too save a puppy. It's on Sarah McLachlan commercial tier. Yeah, it's at that point where you're watching, you like, fuck, I gotta change the channel. Boop, boop. Yeah, exactly. Picasso said, I appreciate all of you for real. Absolutely. Absolutely. But it was definitely a deep song. All right. Whew. We got to get something hype after that. You know what I'm saying? We got to use that higher, because Picasso just came in here and dropped a bombshell. You know what I'm saying? He did. He said, it's been a hard year, but we're in this together, y'all. Absolutely. 100%. 100%. So, all right, we got a couple more to go on here. Steven said it was a dope track. It was super heavy. Together United. Well said, Picasso. All right, so this one is called Grounded, and this is by Fat Chops. I don't know if this is a beat or a track. I'm not 100% sure, but we shall see. So let's check it out. Ooh, excuse me. I hope y'all didn't hear that.
10 toes on the floor, I'ma keep myself grounded. We finally here. Let the enemy know, can't hold me back with no boundaries. This is what we've been fighting. They try to remind me what's around me. Ain't nothing to stop it now. But I'm a old soul nigga, and I won't have no fakeness. I'm back to my basics. 10 toes on the floor, I'ma keep myself grounded. Let the enemy know, can't hold me back with no boundaries. Cause they try to remind me what's around me. But I'm an old soul nigga, I won't bow to no fakeness. I'm back to my basics. I'm looking up when things are looking down. Stayed in my place when y'all was flipping, so I'm booking it now. A lot of people couldn't beat the odds, I'm whooping it now. Stand up with that crooked smile, cause niggas kept it hooking now. Yeah, I'm fighting for that Neverland. Never broke, never hungry, never down and out again. If I die, give my son my heart, he'll make it pound again. I wanna leave him more than just something to put some mileage in. My mama like, alrighty then. Running with a Justice League of mighty men. Giving our queens a real reason to confide in them. Every day must be taken separately, like vitamins. Don't let this painful world leave you numb like Vicodin. Fighting when? 10 toes on the floor, I'ma keep myself grounded. We finally here. Let the enemy know, can't hold me back with no boundaries.
Go ahead, guys, rate this up 1 through 5.
They try to remind me what's around me. Ain't nothing to stop it now. But I'm an old soul nigga, and I won't have no fakeness. I'm back to my basics. 10 toes on the floor, I'ma keep myself grounded. Let the enemy know, can't might be my brother. Now listen up to that voice in your mind, called your consciousness. Doing the opposite hurts more than ignoring it. Your life is yours alone, so you got to adorn it. You can always look to the hills for help if you want it. Come on. 10 toes on the floor, I'ma keep myself grounded.
All right, so that was Cage Entertainment, and that was Grounded by produced by Fat Chop. So maybe the person that submitted the song was the producer. I really like the beat on this a lot, and I like the switch ups. However, I'm not sure who the rapper was or if it was somebody different, but I do feel like the mix on the vocals needs a little bit of work, especially on the chorus. It was just I think the auto-tune was a little bit out of key. In a couple areas, it sounded a little watery, but the beat overall was really nice, and I really did enjoy those switch ups in there. ILM said 3.5, a little mix of old and new, could use some more practice on the singing, strong on the bars. Marquise said an artist that takes risks, great track, bars for days. He gave that one a 4.0. Thank you for your rating on that. Mr. Cow Pro said, yeah, the hook was a little weird, and he said I would give it a 3.5. Papa Tent gave it a 3. And Sound said he's not submitting anything tonight, and that's okay. Mr. Papa Tent also said, I like the bars. The tune isn't my particular ear holes, though. But yeah, my only really complaint on that is the hook. That's my only I mean, it was a good hook as far as what you were doing and how you structured it. It's the mix that doesn't really match the rest of the track, because the rest of the track, when he's rapping and stuff, doesn't have auto-tune on it. It doesn't have any of that stuff. And based on the way that the beat is, I feel like it just doesn't call for it. You may have been able to do like some some Melodyne, maybe just to touch it up and not be so extravagant on the on the chorus. But I still like the track. Overall, I think I'm going to give this one, I think I'm right there with ILM. I think I'm at a 3.5. Get the mix fixed and do on the chorus, and I think you'll definitely have something, because it is a nice track overall and a definitely good produced beat as well. So thank you for the submission on that. If you're in here, if you're not in here, I think that was somebody on Facebook that submitted that, because his picture matches what's on the track here. So yeah, just so you guys know. All right, so I think that's all that I have in here. That's crazy. But that's good, though. I like shows that aren't too crazy and there's not a lot of, like, people waiting in line and, you know, whatever else. So I think what I'm going to do now, let's see. Yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to go ahead and play my little track. It's, you know, I like to, at the end of the show, I'm going to play mine. I'm not going to play Saturday night tonight, though. I'm going to play 1 to the 2 right now, so people know that I'm not just up here rating music just to rate music, give you guys a little bit of feedback on who I am and what I actually do. And then I'm going to play the Rebels track last, so that we can get on there. Picasso said I can submit one more. I've already submitted this one before, though. Not sure if you got the stage submission. I don't think I did. But yes, the Rebel, I got you too. So I'm going to play my track's short, 2 minutes, 30 seconds. We'll get through it. And then we're going to go ahead and play the Rebels track as well. So this is me. For you guys that don't know, I obviously started off as a musician, and then I started getting into wanting to help artists as opposed to doing my own music, which I still put out some. But just so you don't think I'm up here preaching shit that I don't know what I'm talking about. So this is 1 to the 2, and my full artist name is Lyrically Poetic, but you can just call me LP.
They say they want me to give up, but I tell them no. The reputation of the underlings and unknowns. Unknown while rocking on the microphone. Acrobatic back at it while I'm pressing on your collarbone. Sword swinger, gun slinger, head hunting miss. I drop mics, take flights like it's nothing, bitch. Say what you want, but I'll stay and plead the fifth. Rock solid mic skills, always making classic hits. You run a marathon, but never cross that finish line. Lines of white to you is considered a successful night. You wasn't bred for the real shit, so stop it. Your career on decline and albums stay flopping. If you think these bars for you, then you probably right. I'm sick and tired of the fake, the phony, and the corny lines. MCs be true to every one of our storylines. Read the cipher off the dome, not looking at our fucking phone. Yeah, you heard what I said. Man, hip-hop ain't dead. It be a tragedy if you never see the beauty in the grind that an MC always sees. 1 to the 2, 2 to the 3. 1 to the 2, 2 to the 3. 1 to the 2, 2 to the 3. Open up your mind, man, and let it be free. 1 to the 2, 2 to the 3. 1 to the 2, 2 to the 3. 1 to the 2, 2 to the 3. Open up your mind, man, and let it be free. My flow got you asthmatic, your lungs, they can't stand it. Lyrics hitting harder than two double-fisted backhands. Hip-hop is on a decline and I can't stand it, but I'm here to rescue and resurrect, kinda like a mass bandit. In the night, I'm always ready for the fight, protect your neck, cause if I see it, I know exactly where to bite. Giving up a concept for me that's always unknown, built for this culture, brick by brick and stone by stone. Queens, we sit upon the throne and never pass the mic. We just add the fuel to the fire and watch it all ignite. I'll never give up on the underground, it raised me. A permanent resident, heaven sent 80s, baby. 1 to the 2, 2 to the 3. 1 to the 2, 2 to the 3. 1 to the 2, 2 to the 3. Open up your mind, man, and let it be free. 1 to the 2, 2 to the 3. 1 to the 2, 2 to the 3. 1 to the 2, 2 to the 3. Open up your mind, man, and let it be free.
Hey, thank you for taking a second to listen to that. So let me see if I can find that track that you're talking about there, Steven Kyle. Oh, here it is. I found it. I found it. I found it. Picasso, I thought you heard that track already, dog. I thought you heard it already, but thank you. He said this is dope. I appreciate it. That was produced by Sound Minds too, by the way. Marquis said, okay, didn't know you spit. I do. I just don't promote myself very much because, it's about you guys, not me. So, but I just like to make sure people understand where I'm coming from and why I critique the way that I do is because I've been through, like I was an artist too. So I get it because I've been there with my mixes. I've been there with all that stuff. So I appreciate it. But yes, Steven, I did find it. So I'm going to play, okay. So Steven's actually was before Crooklyn Dodgers. So I'm going to play his first and then get to this other one. Bye, Kevin. Have a good night. Thank you for stopping in and sharing up the stream and everything. I hope you have a good one with your non-phone having ass. He said, I'm pretty drunk right now. My bad. It's okay. I'm glad you're drunk. Oh, by the way, shout out to everybody. If you are a father, even if you're not, maybe, you got children in your ball sack. It's fine. Happy Father's Day tomorrow, but happy Father's Day. Okay. All right. So we got Mr. Cal Pro. This is a Look at Me Stephen Cal Pro remix. Oh, it's of Sage. So Stephen, I don't know if I can play this on Facebook. I'm gonna play it for the last song. You're just gonna have to bear it because if it has to do with that's not even how you say her name. How is it said for real though? Because I remember I always used to pronounce it wrong. It's not Sade. It's something else. Can't remember. So I'm gonna play Crooklyn Dodgers first, and then I'm gonna play that last one. I can't remember how to pronounce her name. I always pronounced it wrong, but I don't remember the correct way to pronounce it. All right, so this is Easy, and this is by the Crooklyn Dodger.
We get renegade rebel. Turns it out. Yo, this hit you heard about. That's my thing. Make girls say ow. Step in the booth and burn it down. Murder clowns when I serve this style. Uncut raw, got a nervous now. Swerve you wild and turn this loud. Got beats that pound, make the earthquake wild. Now, evidently, your man dies can carry a tune, but consequently, you can catch me with various goons. It's wildin' and cool, still L7 sisters when I marry a dude. Although my world be a valid one, dude. Can paint you a portrait with words, critique it with your thoughts, what you heard. Your mind of visions like you saw this shit first. Your bro with a skirt and the drawers turned on like I flirted through my lyrics. Niggas with my revolutionary spirit. I'm living a life of a rebel and rapping about it. An MC, move crowds, lead the fans in the style that can get treated. Move pounds, say your man's in them houses. I stack G's and let my fam in them count it. Cause we get it and we turns it out. Yo, this hit you heard about. That's my thing, make girls say ow. Step in the booth and burn it down. Murder clowns when I serve this style. Uncut raw, got 'em nervous now. Swerve you wild and turn this loud. Got beats that pound, make the earthquake wild. Shit, I make this look easy. Make other rappers high blow, Paul can understand why they try so hard. Bitch, I make this look easy.
what's crazy is this is not the normal kind of music that Crooklyn Dodger does. So I'm kind of taken aback a little bit because this is not normally what he does. Facebook, obviously, so Facebook cuts off after 4 hours. So Facebook just got cut off, which is fine. So now we're just on Twitch and YouTube, which is, like I said, totally fine. But this is really different from Crooklyn Dodger. I'm not really sure how I feel about this because, I mean, okay, so Mr. Cal Pro said the bass is clipping, and it definitely is. But I like you. There's something about East Coast rappers, especially him, because he's, you know, with he says like the M word. I don't even know what he said, but it sounds like Dipset. You know what I mean? Where's Dipset from, babe? Harlem. They're New York, New Jersey, like area. Like you can really tell that accent. But it's different for him, but I liked it. I don't know if I really liked as hard as the bass was hitting because you couldn't really hear him. The vocals were kind of low, but I did like it. I'm gonna give it like a 4. I'm gonna give it a 4. I will. All right, we're gonna get on to this next track here. Since Facebook went down, you know, we're good to go, but where is it? All right, cool. Oh, he sent it again. All right, so this is Look at Me, and this is by Mr. Cal Pro over there on Twitch.
Until I'm in front
And this was a remix, so let's check this out.
of you, I don't know what's really going on. If you mean what you say, I can see it in your eyes when you lie. What do they hide? What do they hide? I hate it when they look that way. Turn away, now look at me, baby. I don't feel like I know you anymore. There's nothing you can say that'll make me think it's true. I won't believe you anyway. You're really good at what you do, but I won't let you do it to me anymore. Turn away, now look at me, the way you did when you did it before. Oh, was it enough to change you? Or was it enough to stay the same? How bad does it hurt when you say my name? I won't find out until I'm in front of you. I don't know what's really going on. If you mean what you say, I can see it in your eyes when you lie. What do they hide? What do they hide? I hate it when they look that way. Turn away, now look at me, baby. I don't feel like I know you anymore. There's nothing you can say that'll make me think it's true. I won't believe you anyway. You're really good at what you do, but I won't let you do it to me anymore.
So did you make this for like a contest or something? I'm just curious. I like the beat, but I don't know if the vocals overall, all of the vocals, including the vocal for the beat, sound like they're really loud. They're not clipping, but they are quite just right there. I'm not 100% feeling the vocals that are on her voice. But it's not bad. I was totally thinking that this person was someone way different. I was thinking Sade, not Say. I don't know why I thought of the wrong person. But I think it's decent. I know you produced this and then Savvy mixed it more than likely. But the vocals do seem quite loud. I had to turn it down a little bit in my headphones. Papa Tint said I'm 100% feeling the album cover photo. Let me get back to my screen here. You guys come back to my face. Come back. He said, yeah, it's for a contest. I think it's too much reverb. You know, I think so too. It's not terrible, but I don't know, you know, if you've already turned it in or not. But I still think it's decent though. I do. I don't think it's bad at all. Yeah. I think what is the contest for? They just do contests to like remix or whatever. I think I'm there with Marquise. I think it's a 4. I do think it's a 4. Not bad though. Not bad at all. Oh, let me pull this over here. All right. So where we at? She had a dry version, but I was like, oh well. Oh, okay. So did she send you them that way then? Is that what ended up happening or what? I don't know. Just curious. All right. So I think that's it. I have not received those those beats in my inbox, and I'm already an hour and a half over my show tonight. Usually on the interview shows, it's 1 hour of interview and then an hour of music. And I'm right on time. Technically, that's a 2-hour show. So we had 8:30 to 9:30 and 9:30 to 10:30. So we're right on track. So I just want to say, everybody, if you didn't get to get your stuff played tonight, don't trip. Next Saturday coming up is going to be all music, reviews the whole time. Friday, though, I do have another interview coming up with Kula Von Sill from Virginia. You guys don't want to miss that interview. She is a dope artist. It'll be Friday at 7 o'clock. I'll post the flyer. Make sure that you tune in. Again, if you're not following me on any of the platforms that you are on, try to get me over and get me over on Facebook so you can see when I post that, or go ahead and follow me on Instagram. Just look up the Eargasm WLP, all on one word, and be able to follow me and see when I'm posting and having these interviews. These interviews are not stopping. So I just want to let you guys know, if you want to find yourself some new good music, I promise you these artists that I introduce you to, you will like. Marquise, I'm glad that you came here for the entertainment. I'm glad I got some new people on the stream. So thank you for being here. And I really hope everybody has a good rest of their evening. Your girl is going to go make some tea and she's going to go to bed. So thank you guys all so much tonight. If I didn't get to play you, you know that I'm sorry, and I will try to get to you, but you got to try to get into the show early. Remember that. Next Friday, 7 o'clock, and then Saturday at 8:30 Central Time always. You guys have a good evening. Watch it back if you missed the BossWood interview at the beginning of the stream. You guys have a good night. We're going to hit those credits. Take care, guys. Peace out.
Everybody's gone. We'll take the receiver off the phone. Take it off.